Welcome back. Apple may be in a strong position to dominate holiday shopping this season. Some new data shows the iPhone maker drove Singles' Day smartphone sales over in China this year, accounting for 26% of smartphones sold over the month-long event. Will that momentum now carry over into the U.S.? Let's bring in big technology founder and CNBC contributor Alex Kantrowitz, who joins us here at Post 9. Happy Black Friday, Alex. Good
Happy Black Friday.
So there's a lot of commentary that this is going to be the 17's sort of chance to shine. What do you think?
Well, the early data is definitely very promising. Even in the most recent quarter, we saw a nice bump for Apple. Tim Cook is telling us that this quarter that we're in right now is going to be Apple's best quarter in its history, more than $130 billion in revenue expected. So certainly after the 16, which was such a disappointment, which was tied to AI, Apple just went back and said, why don't we make a great phone? And the 17 is an upgrade in so many ways, and consumers are really responding.
Where does it leave us on that sort of mid-year discussion that they were behind the 8 ball on AI? Is that getting repaired?
No. They're still behind the 8 ball on AI. They have benefited from the fact that AI has moved a little bit more slowly than a lot of people anticipated. Remember, about a year and a half ago, people thought that Google's Assistant and Amazon's Alexa Plus and whatever Apple Intelligence was supposed to be would be ready now. All these companies said that was going to be the case. But today, we're halfway there or not even. So AI has moved a little bit slower than a lot of people anticipated, but it's still a long-term threat for Apple. This is going to be very serious long-term.
You've also been writing about the Google comeback and turnaround that we've seen, and not really a turnaround, just this acceleration because of, Gemini and now TPUs and Warren Buffett. I mean, there have been a number of catalysts here. What's your overall assessment as to the staying power and the dominance here?
Well, first and foremost, they've done a great job on the AI front. And the way they've done that is they've centralized a lot of their AI operations and product operations, really, into this Google DeepMind unit. And it's not just talk. They moved 250 or so engineers from Search, which is Google's most important product unit, into Google DeepMind. Okay? And then they built technology for search that was then farmed back into the products. So typically within Google, they've had these very strong fiefdoms, the product areas that command and control. And so what's happened within the company is these product areas have seeded a lot of that to the AI, engine room that they call it in the middle, and that's helped a lot. The other side is on the business front. Google's search business remains unchallenged. OpenAI, though it might be grabbing users, does not have an advertising product. Doesn't have an ad tech ecosystem. And there was this great HSBC report that said by 2030 we might see $24 billion in AI advertising. Google just turned in $56 billion in the most recent quarter. So I think that's really the underlying thing, is the business is strong, unchallenged, and even if search might be losing some users to these generative use cases, Google has a product, and more importantly, the business.
Yeah, it's funny. We've made the point many times. A year ago, it was a very serious concern that they were going to lose their monopoly in search. It hasn't happened. But are we underestimating the different things that OpenAI conceivably could come up with? I mean, to be fair, it is relatively early in its life as a company.
I mean, OpenAI is going to do great, right? They already have 800 million, maybe close to 900 million weekly users of ChatGPT. They're working on a consumer product. They might build a cloud. They don't lack in ambition and buzz and, honestly, uses, right? But I think that in the best case scenario, this will all be additive. It's not like search will be replaced with generative AI. We'll find new uses for generative AI. And so you could have a very big Google business and a very big OpenAI business working side by side.
You don't think it's a winner-take-all kind of thing?
Definitely not. I mean, if you think about just the different applications, the way that you search, the way you use ChatGPT, it's really diverging.
Yeah. Finally, back to AI and Apple, because you did seem to have some concerns there. When are they going to finally figure something out?
It's going to be a while. I mean, best case scenario, mid next year. But if you think about it, the talent has left. They've gone to places like Meta in droves. I don't really know what they're working on there as far as AI goes. I don't know if they know, and that's a real concern.
Yeah, I mean, the good news, I guess, is they're not spending anywhere near the kind of capital that the hyperscalers are.
Look, it's much better than spending all the money and having nothing to show for it. So they're happy on that front.
Indeed.